Hey guys, my name is Morgan and welcome to today's video. I am back at it again in the corner garden. Today I'm going to be putting a shade cloth cover over this bed over here. I've noticed very quickly that the sun here where I stay in South Africa, zone 11A to 12B, the sun is extremely harsh. Even in the winter times, it is incredible on how violent the sun actually is. I've got some lettuce in the greenhouse down the bottom there, also just with a shade cloth going over, and they're doing absolutely amazing. It is incredible to see how well they actually do with a 50%, a 40 or 50% shade cover going over the lettuce. This bed is going to have a 40% and the greenhouse is a 50%. So all I'm going to do is take some wire. I have some wire there behind me, and I'm going to cut them into 2-meter long strips, poke the one side in the ground, bend it over, poke the other side, and that's all for the structure. Then I'm going to take my 40% shade cloth and I'm going to then drape it over and then just use some bricks to hold it down. That's literally it. The first thing is it is cost efficient. It's going to do the best job for a minimal price. It's really not even that bad. And all that I have here, this will do 2 beds, that wire will do all 3 beds, so it's not this is just going to do 1. It's quite a huge amount of material, so it's going to cover a lot of the beds. So without further ado, let's get straight into it. So this was just a tester, kind of doing the same thing as what the wire would do, but with a conduit. So yeah, but the conduits are just very expensive, so that's why we're going with the galvanized wire. And this is 4mm galvanized wire, so it is pretty thick and pretty tough. So I'm hoping that, maybe not, some pliers will get through. Yeah, I might need to get the angle ground out. We'll see. But first things first, I need to open this up, measure a 2-meter long piece, and then see how I'm going to cut it. There is a slight little problem, because this bed, I don't know if you'll be able to see from there, but this bed is actually smaller on that side than it is over here. It's kind of like a carrot, and this is the top and that's the bottom. So I'm gonna have to almost measure and guess like how much longer I'm gonna need my pieces to be, because it's different size the whole way. So yeah, I know that side is going to be fine, so I'm going to work from there and work my way out this way. So yeah, let's open this up and see what we're doing. So yeah, that's basically it. It might not look very sturdy now, but once you have all of them on and we have the shade cloth over and it's then going to be held down with some bricks, it's going to be perfectly fine. Yeah, I've seen a lot of videos, I've watched a lot of videos and tutorials and stuff on how to do it, so it does look like this in the beginning stages, but it will improve and the bed will be secure at the end of the day. So I'm going to carry on cutting. This is 2 meters. And 2 meters seems to go over quite nicely. So I'm going to carry on cutting some 2-meter pieces until I see that, okay, it's kind of starting to not reach. Then I might go to 2.5. So yeah, I'm going to carry on cutting some pieces now and then installing it. Alright, so I've decided to head off to the garage to cut these into little pieces. I'm going to be doing one at a time, just to make sure that I have the correct lengths, because remember the piece at the end of the bed is not going to be 2 meters, it's going to be a little bit longer. So I'm going to do one piece at a time, but I'm going to go to the garage where I can use the vise and I can actually measure a little bit easier than working on the ground. Oh, well, I can definitely say that that is so much better than working on the ground. Yeah, I should have done that in the beginning actually. But yeah, okay, I'm going to get my tape measure and some pliers, then we can cut some proper pieces. I just thought I'd show you guys as well. You can see sometimes the piece is not 100% flat. So what I do is I just come and level it out just with my hand, just so that it's a little bit more flat. This is just going to make it a little bit easier to push in the ground, because there's not going to be pieces that are like bending in all kinds of different directions. And it's also going to make your arch a little bit more straight instead of it leaning to one side, because if it is bending, then it's not going to, it's going to lean to one of the sides. So yeah, this one is nice and straight, so time to put it in. So that is the framework all done. I've got my wires going across, and yeah, this one did have to go a little bit of a zigzag because the bed is not 100% like square or a rectangle. So yeah, there we go, got all the wire in there. Now it's time to come over this side, and you can see here I have the shade cloth, and now what I need to do is, this is actually double, so here it's connected all the way along that side. So I'm going to come with scissors and just cut all the way along that side over there, just so that I can get two out of here, because one of those will be enough to cover over. So, or what I can actually do is I can just take it now and put it over, just to see that if I do cut it, if it's going to fit, because I don't want to cut it in half and then basically what happens is it comes on here and then it stops, because I need it to come further so that I can put my bricks on to hold it down. So let me actually I'm just going to take that thing just like that in its folded position, because that's technically one, and then see if I can get it over here and see if it fits. This thing where the bed is not 100% square is irritating me now, because it would fit absolutely perfectly, but now because that side is long or like wider, then now it doesn't fit, because now the shade cloth needs to be wider to fit there, but at the moment it fits perfectly over here. I think the best thing that I can do is just modify the bed. Just change the bed, make the bed fit. Because all I need to do is just come along here and just move these wires in line with those ones, and then the bed will just end here. So this will all just become pathway. Just become an extended pathway. I think that's going to be the best idea, because otherwise I've got to modify all kinds of the shade cloth to fit. Man, that's too much work. I'm just gonna make it's literally till here. I mean, it's kind of a no-brainer. I'm just gonna make this a pathway so that everything will fit a bit better. Yeah, that's gonna be the game changer. It's gonna be much better, and it's not that much space I'm losing. It's really not that much space, because now I can put another, yeah, it's going to be another two, one going across there and one going across here. It's just that they're going to be shorter, which is perfectly fine, and then I don't have to modify the shade cloth. I can just cut the shade cloth in half like what I was going to do, and then it's going to come perfectly down here, and I'll have my bricks that's going to just hold it secure. I think that's going to be much better. Haha! Look at that. That one's too high. I need to change that. You can already see, because it's lifting up this side over here, this end one is too high. Beautiful. Beautiful. There we go. Look at that. Oh, that is beautiful. Wow. Nice. Nice, nice, nice. Success. Well, not done yet, but so far. Cool. See, that modification on the bed is all that we needed. All that we needed. Okay, so that means I can now cut it down here, and then I know that I'm going to have two that's going to fit a 1.3 meter long bed. I might need to change this one to make it a little bit narrower, just so that I can fit the half of this shade cloth on this one as well. I'll have to do something with that one as well, because all the beds are different sizes, they're all different lengths, they're all different widths. I didn't really plan on doing something like this. I didn't think I'd need it, but the sun, first of all, is way too harsh, and the dogs don't seem to really understand that there's beds going on. Yeah, I've got footprints all over the place. Alright, so I'm going to cut this in half and then put it on, put the bricks on, then we'll be done. Then it's just a matter of fixing up these other beds and getting that, but that's going to be another time when I've got things growing in there. Yeah, let's get this one done. I think I'm going to stop that. Left-handed people. Oh, that is so satisfying. Haha, nice. Well, it's done, and I'm absolutely so thrilled. I love it. Check this out. Well, there we have it. A quick little demonstration on how to set up a little shade cloth, kind of like a cover, just to protect them a little bit from the sun, the dogs, and if you get a thicker one, probably from the wind as well, but the wind is not really much a problem here. But yeah, that is the end result. I hope you guys really enjoy. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you learned a little something on how to set up a shade cloth cover. If you have any questions, please feel free to leave them down in the comment section down below, and I will be happy to answer all of you guys. Please don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button, and until next time, have a wonderful day and stay active in the garden. Oh, this little guy.